Today is so busy. I'm jam-packed with things to do. So I just ran from town to kind of like the nearest trail. Try to get it in. Also, as a side benefit, it's not super hot yet. Yesterday in lecture, we talked about induced modules, which you can think of as like how a smaller representation of a smaller algebra embeds into a bigger algebra. And the generic example we gave was that from particle physics. Another way to frame all this in terms of particle physics is to point out that, hey, if you're gonna break SU5 down to SU3, but you only have the physical spectra of SU3, the rest of that junk has to come along for the ride in a very kind of unnatural way. Today, we're discussing group algebras, which are effectively linear combinations of group elements. Since the beginning, we've cautioned you to pay attention to the operations, multiplication and addition, from various perspectives: field, vector space, algebra, etc. And how kind of the theme of this course so far has been extending these operations to increase the amount of structure available to you. Well, that is happening again. Moreover, it's getting potentially even more confusing, and that's intentional, because we're looking to really act on algebras with groups, act on modules of algebras with groups, and part of doing that means converting a group into an algebra, wherein the group multiplication becomes identified with the algebra multiplication. It's very, it can get confusing pretty fast. And in fact, we'll have a whole section on what to do when you get confused. So it's good to pay attention. Disparity between the physics ideas and the math ideas really help, because from a physics perspective, they're all just kind of computational tools. So for example, in quantum mechanics, we talk about Heisenberg pictures and Schrodinger pictures, but in reality, it's all kind of the same. It's semantics. So from the math perspective, what we're doing is being more clear. And what's nice about that is that we can take that shut up and calculate approach and kind of pick it apart and understand what the functional components are doing. One thing worth pointing out today is we're talking about associative algebras only. Lie algebras are going to have to wait, because the similar kind of group to algebra structure construction is a little more complicated. So we'll try to get through it by the end of the week. to you guys. You guys are taking me to school. So I normally run this trail with just street shoes, Nikes, and today I'm running in actual trail shoes. Makes a huge difference on the downhill. Oh my God, normally I'm just falling off the trail. No, thank you. No. Siri, I don't want to call anybody. When I say no, I didn't mean call Allie. That doesn't make any sense. Apple, shit together. Good morning.
Morning.
It's hard to social distance on the trail, but solve that problem. Okay, back on the streets. One thing that's been bothering me is these online courses. I'm trying to come up with some online courses. So I just was poking around, looking for things that might be interesting to try out. Coursera, I'm calling you out. I went to go try to take a Julia for machine learning Coursera course. So in their defense, they offer it for free, but it's still time delimited. Fine, you have to sign up for stuff, but like week 1, you still have to wait for week 2 to get all the material. At least that's what it appears to be. I could be wrong, but what if I can smash through week 1, 2, and 3, and I just want to get on to week 4 and 5? Why are you time limiting me? That is not a good way to run a course. So, mental note. Also, just make the material available for people, whether or not they have to sign up. I don't know. I'm dubious for this whole big, massive online open course model. I think it's been hijacked by big academic interests. Another name for this vlog could be 36 views of Mount Patterson.